All right. Hello, destined for dynasty. I am making this video not out of excitement or joy, but out of obligation. When we decided back in, I think July or earlier, to make the last place punishment this, I thought to myself, who cares? I don't care what the punishment is. I'm not coming in last. But here we are after 2-12 season, a very horrible season in which I was last in points for, while also being last in points against. Very disappointing. Was not expecting it. Gonna dive in right from the get-go, in the off season, had a great trade with Brett, getting a first round pick and Bryce Young, who's looking like he could be something. I was riding high. I was like, I was 9-5 the past 2 seasons. I'm gonna be 9-5 again. No worries. And I quickly realized that my team was quite bad. One, I'd like to do the opposite of thank Justin Fields because he failed me every single chance he could. Every time he scored a good game, I didn't, start him. And every time he didn't, I started him. So he's a big culprit of that. My fandom to Ohio State and the Steelers ruined my bias towards him and started to ruin my season. But I think that, there was some positives, and I'll take away the positives here. I think that, one, we got the number 1 overall pick, so we're riding high with that. Jeremiah Love's a good-looking running back, I'll tell you that. Let's see. All right. Well, with the big talk, we'll get into the big talk right now. There was the biggest discussion maybe of the year was the trade with Logan Case to give him Christian McCaffrey and Rashid Shaheed for Jalen Waddle and Kenny Walker, bringing Kenny Walker back home. That's right. Kenny's back home. And Waddled his way over here for a new home. But yeah, I think that, I've totally fumbled that trade. Should have gotten a first round pick for sure. But Case was able to talk me down because he said Christian McCaffrey was old. And that's why I was getting rid of him. And Christian McCaffrey is like a son to me. I love him. He was my number 1 overall pick. But I got to get younger. Got to figure some things out. Don't think he's going to have another year like this. I'm only 2.5 minutes in. So, yeah, really got to figure some things out in the offseason. Really got to hit on these. What?
I can be featured.
Yeah.
His wife is
my wife is here. She was disappointed as well.
Yeah,
very, very disappointed. What can I say? I'm a coach. This is what I would say. I'm a coach. I coach my team. I'm not a general manager. And we've seen that over these past 3 years. I traded a 2nd round pick for Will Levis. I've given away so much. Haven't gotten too much back except for Brett, which thanks Brett. Congrats on the championship. Mike asked me to say, what are some nice things I could say about our championship winner? I could say you're a Seahawks fan. Go Hawks. Let's go. Here we go. Super Bowl 60. You're a great survivor player, very aggressive. And I was genuinely happy for you when you got that one-day win. Put a smile on my face. What else about Brett? I was at his wedding. Great wedding. That was a good time. Great designer, man. He's got a bright future with his career. So, yeah, all good things, but he's crazy in the trades, all right? We all know that. He is a bit rebellious when it comes to that kind of stuff. He's got to lock it down. But anyways, move on from that. Kind of going back to my team here. Kind of going back to the beginning of the season. Still with those high hopes, right? I had Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was on IR basically for the whole first half of the season. And was just struggling out the gate. And so, we had to ride with Bryce Young, who we all know had a good latter half of the season, but struggled in the beginning. So quarterback was rough. McCaffrey was my only rock. He was doing good. Everybody else genuinely played horrible. I think I may have scored the lowest amount of points in any fantasy football league ever. Like, this was horrible. I think I counted it. I think 7 times I scored less than 100 points or less than 110 points, which, that's abysmal. And it's so funny. Nathan Bennett, he's, I think, top 4 in draft picks. I think he has 4 wins. And we talked about this, he's lost so many games where he scored so many points. The only game that I scored over, I think, 120 or 130 was against him. He scored 130 and I won. So that's 1 of 2 wins. I don't even know. I beat Mike week 1. I've never lost to Mike week 1. I'll take that with me going into the next season. That is a great accomplishment. Um, yeah, we really gotta, anyways, going through the rest of the season, kind of really just kind of fumbled it from there. Garrett Wilson going on IR, started to kill me. Getting Jalen Waddle really helped me in the pass game because Rashid Shaheed, he doesn't do anything as a receiver. So that really helped. Kenny Walker didn't really help that much, but I think he's got he's still pretty young. He's got a good future. And I think one of the biggest acquisitions this offseason was I was watching, shout out to my wife again. I was watching a Commanders game. It was a Monday night game maybe against the Bears. And I saw this young rookie, Kyle Monangai. And I was like, who's this guy? He looks interesting. I was like, let me scoop him up. My running backs are old. I don't really have any running backs. And bam, I got him. And he's a consistent guy. I'm hopeful for him in the future. And looking forward to that. I also picked up A.J. Barner in this offseason. I don't know if he's going to be a number 1 tight end, but he could be. And also, here we go, Steelers firing. Well, Mike Tomlin stepping down, getting rid of our offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith. Maybe Pat Freiermuth will actually have a complete good season. Who knows? So, I think this season is not going to get me down. You know what I mean? We did the best we could. We got to recover. We got a real nice draft in front of us. We got a lot of picks. We just got to hit on them. I got to really do my studying. Like I said, I'm a coach, not a general manager, so really got to prep up this off season. But yeah, didn't really get a lot of questions from the guys like I was hoping. Mike sent me about 5 questions, but I don't really remember any of them, except for the question about Brett, which I did answer. But anyways, kind of going through, the rest of the season, that week 1 win off of Mike, feeling good. I believe I lost 3 straight after that. And then I won. I knew I had to win. And then I won against Nathan in that game I talked about. That was insane, but amazing. I don't even know how I scored 150 points because of my team. And yeah, but then after that, right, we got 2 wins. We're 2-3. I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's only 3 losses. I've got 9-5. We can do this. We can make things work. And then it was 2-4, and I was like, that's rough, but the season ain't over. If I can just stay 1 game below 500, people get healthier. Rasheed Rice comes off suspension. He was suspended. We're gonna do okay. He comes back, starts lighting it up. We still can't win because we've got no running game. And our defense is a little spotty, which I am proposing in this next ballot of votes in this offseason that we get rid of defenses. It was chirped at early in the season, and I'm all for it. I think that, why do it? Let's just have what we have without defenses. It's perfect. But anyways, yeah, so was about probably like 2-5 or 2-6. And I just realized, I might win a couple more games, but I'm not making the playoffs. And Christian McCaffrey's sitting in my roster. And by the time I can make this team a championship winning team, he is not going to be doing what he's doing right now. So Case crazily offered Kenny Walker for Christian McCaffrey straight up earlier in the season. So I was like, let me go back to that, but obviously make a good trade. I wanted Jalen Waddle because, hey, Jalen Waddle, I like him. All right. I think he's been a little underrated because Tyreek Hill's been there and because he has Tua as a quarterback. Well, guess what? Tyreek Hill will probably be back, but he's going to have a new head coach, so I think may change things. And Tyreek Hill, he's not going to be the same most likely. And he probably will have a new quarterback. I think Tua's time with Miami as a starting guy is long gone. So, yeah, we're definitely looking up for that. Justin Fields is still sitting on my IR. I will probably drop him. It's hard. I should drop him. You know what? No, I'm dropping him. I need to drop him. I need to let go of this dream that Justin Fields is going to be this great Michael Vick dual threat kind of guy. Got to let that go. Excited to finally see Garrett Wilson on my bench. He hasn't been in my lineup for weeks. So, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty upbeat here. We had a 2-12 season, but I am optimistic about this upcoming season, even with the team I have right now, without the draft picks. I think that I got a team that can win some games. I don't really know what happened. I don't know why we couldn't put it together. Because honestly, the roster that I have right now isn't that bad. Like it's not like it's the worst roster in the league. It's not the best. It might not even it. It's just, it's not that good. I'll admit that. Kind of rethinking about my roster. It's not the best roster in the world. Partly my fault, but we're ready to rebuild. We're ready to start this rebuild. Ready to get these draft picks in. And we're not worried. I think that that's the biggest takeaway about through all this, right? Is that we just got to not be worried. We can't waver just because we had a bad season, right? Being a Steelers fan, I think we were talking about this. He's gone 7-7 all 3 years, right? It's hard to get better with draft picks, and the output's still the same. At least I know I'm getting the best draft pick. I could absolutely blow that draft pick, and it get ruined. But you got to do your best. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look forward to next season. We're going to look forward to the future. I think we got a chance here, especially if Brett is going to trade away his whole team again. I will be open for business when that day comes, which probably will be soon. I mean, heck, we just opened up the trades just recently and stuff's going crazy. So don't hit me up though. I'm not really interested in trades at the moment because of my past experience, but trying to go. Maybe we'll get some trades in there later, but really excited for this draft upcoming in April in Pittsburgh. Gonna really have to hone in. Gonna have to spend, I got 8 hours a day at work. Gonna have to take a chunk out of that and start studying. Start getting in the NFL combine, figuring it all out. This is the mindset, right? We're not on this 2-12 season. Who cares? That's a different team. This is a new team coming in. It's going to be completely different, and we're going to be a lot better. We're definitely going to be a lot better. Come on. I don't know how we only had 2 wins. I mean, it's crazy, the fact that Nathan both ended up having like 4 or 5. I was like, I couldn't even have won 3. Like, woof, just a rough year. Yeah. We got to get better. We can't dwell on it. We've got to push forward. I want to congratulate the rest of my league, on their success. Obviously, Brett winning that championship. P Money having an unbelievable year after having a rough year last year. He had a bad year and has just, really just turned it around and made something happen. So I'm proud of him. I was a little disappointed in my boy Zany Baseball. He was my underdog, dark horse pick to win the whole thing. And his running backs kind of, lessen their production for him there at the end. So that's unfortunate, but, there's nothing you can do at the end of the day. I just hope that my team is salvageable at this point because, look, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've gotten rid Alvin Kamara. That's a good choice. He's gonna rot in New Orleans, but Christian McCaffrey, Jalen McMillan recently, even though I like Woody Marks, but all these draft picks, giving away my second round pick from this year, giving away my second, third, and fourth, or first, second, third, and fourth from last year. I really got to just really hone in on what I'm doing as a coach, and that's why I've decided to recruit a little bit of help for the general management position. I've decided to listen, man. I'm a good coach. And I'll stick with that. I'll stay on the field with my guys. I don't need to be up in the box making all these decisions, these business decisions. I'm not a business guy, I'm not one of those. So, starting, let's see, it'll be right before the season, coming in at August, we're going to have a new member of the Rough Riders come in and take over general management, what's the word I'm looking for? General management duties. And they're going to take it over from me and help me out because I really could use some and can't introduce them yet. They're not currently, they're technically present, but not currently at the moment. But you can say hello to the new general manager of the Rough Riders, baby David Daniel DeSantis the fourth. He is a boy. So, bam. Pretty perfect. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's going to get me to a championship. He's going to be a great general manager. I just know it. It's in his blood. And I mean, what perfect timing better than this that I got to do this video and I found we're pregnant. So that's pretty cool. I got to, reveal it this way. I was thinking about this for a while. So I still got 5 more minutes, but it is true. Kaylee and I are pregnant. It's amazing news. And it's a boy we found out literally today. So he's going to go by Daniel, but David DeSantis IV is going to be coming into the Rough Riders leadership. And we're going to be figuring this thing out together, me and him. We're in this thing. He has inherited this team from me, and I am relinquishing duties of general manager. I don't want to ruin the Rough Riders like Bill O'Brien ruined the Texans, just let me be a coach. And that's what my son is going to do. He's going to let me be a coach, and he's going to just, hammer it in, give me the guys I need. So super pumped from that. We got a dual force, and it's going to be hard to reckon with. All right. We're going to be a hard team to mess with. So yeah, that's big news. Big excited. Glad I got to tell you guys before we revealed it to everybody. Hopefully you watched this long. If you don't, screw you. Because that would stink. And also I spent 20 minutes on this thing, so give me a break. But yeah, kind of just feeling good about next year, feeling good about what we got going on, feeling good. That, fantasy football, guys, like, let's face it, it is nothing if it is not inconsistent. And so we just got to build some consistency in that inconsistency, right? In that murky water, we got to stir some up to get that clarity. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to find some clarity. We're going to find the holes. We're going to find the gaps. We're going to stop blanking. We are going to figure this thing out. We're going to wake up. We got to execute. We're just going to get it done. All right. There's no complaining. There's no this or that. It should start this guy. It should start that guy. You know what I mean? Like those days are over. It's time to just put up or shut up. And, these are this is the moments you wait for, see what are the Rough Riders truly made of? Can we come back from this? Can we rebuild? Can we come back together after failure? I mean, just look at the Lord of the Rings, right? Look at this. We're in the Fellowship of the Ring right now. All right. The Fellowship collapses. All right. But we got a leader like Aragorn. All right. He's not going to let it just collapse. He's not going to say, let's just give up. Right. No, we're going to turn in the face of that. We're going to run towards it. And we're going to run towards this adversity, and we're going to win, and we're going to get the job done, and we're going to turn around. And it all starts in July when we got that draft. And it's really going to save us. And I'm going to start praying. I haven't yet, but starting today, every day until that draft, I will be praying to the Lord for help, that every single pick becomes a good NFL star, and that I don't draft any busts, because if I do, ship might be sinking. But listen, nothing. Ship. I said ship. The ship might be sinking. But if it goes down, I go down with it, because that's what a captain does. But it won't, because we're coming back. We're gonna win. We got 1 minute and 20 seconds here. Mike, you're a great guy. You've been a great friend. Appreciate you. Pierce, it was great to live in a hall with you for a year. That was just fantastic times. Logan Case, running into you and DeMoss in those random days going to class, man, just put the light in my life. Zany Baseball, it's been the ride of a lifetime making this podcast with you. Can't wait to continue doing it more. Joe Kersey, my guy, gonna do my finances one day. Let's see, Will, my Florida resident fella, miss you. Let's see, Nathan Warren, dude, I miss our community groups. Those things were fun. Z Money, my old RS, good times, man. Watching those games together as us Steelers fans, those were good times. Liam Zinn, oh my gosh, dude, those field days, I just remember all those times we played sports, so much fun. Holy smokes. And Nathan Bennett. Oh, don't even get me started on the former champion, Nathan Bennett. I could talk to that guy for hours on end. I think we could talk for literally the whole day without it getting exhausted. Like we just, oh man, those conversations were good. Yeah, and Brett, man, you're a great guy. You're as charismatic as all get out, and I'm happy you won this year. So looking forward to see what you and the missus do in life. And is that? I think that's everybody. How many people was that? Mike, Liam, Pierce, Nathan, Zane, Joe, Z Money, Case, Liam. That's 10. Will. Oh, I said Will. Boom. Let's go. All 11. Didn't even have to think about it. That just shows how much I love you guys. All right. We're at 20 minutes. Let's go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go, Rough Riders.
Here we go, Daniel DeSantis.
Daniel DeSantis, the fourth, is going to be bringing a championship. We're going to be bringing a championship to the Rough Riders. Here we go, 2026. It's the year you're never going to want to forget.